Welcome once again to my channel, and Happy New Year to all my subscribers, and also thank you very much for all your support. Now, if you're a beginner in AutoCAD, please watch this tutorial to the end, because there is a lot for you to learn from this exercise. So here on the screen, I have a drawing for you to practice with as a beginner. It is a double-ended flange. Right, so you can see that the drawing is on a blue background, but you can change the background color to any of your choice. All you have to do in this case is simply type B, then click on background, and from the drop down window you can change to any of the colors of your choice. Simply come up here on the type, click and choose solid. Now I chose solid because it is only one color I need. Now if you want multiple colors, you can click on gradient, and here you can have up to 3 colors you can change. When you're done with this, now come down to the color portion and click on this, then change to any of the colors of your choice. You can make it a lighter blue. Let's click here. So when you're done, click OK. Also come over here and click OK as well. So you can see that the background color has changed. So let's now go back to the previous color. Alright. Okay, so I will delete this drawing now and open up a new page. Start the drawing afresh using these dimensions. So let's now get started. Okay, so here I have a new page, and the first thing I will do here is to set up the page for this drawing. So I have to set up units first. So to do that, come over to the menu bar, click on Format, and click on Units. So from this drop down window, on the length type, I'll choose decimal. Choose decimal. On precision, I will make it 0. I don't want any fractions. Choose 0. Then on insertion scale, also choose millimeters. On angle type, I'll choose decimal degrees, and on precision, also make it 0. So that will be okay for the unit setup. And again, because this is a 3D exercise, I have to choose a 3D workspace. So come up here, click on this arrow and choose 3D modeling. Okay. And to start the drawing, also choose the front view. So come to the view panel, click here and choose the front view to start the drawing. Okay. Right, so I'm going to start the drawing from the bigger flange. You can see here that I have 3 diameters here for the flange. One is 98 diameter, another of 70, and another one of 50 diameter. So what I'll do is to come to the draw panel, click on the arrow beside the circle command and choose center diameter. Enter 98. Now draw another circle of diameter 70. So click on the circle command again, locate the center of the circle, and enter 70. Then draw yet another circle of 50 diameter. So click on the circle command, locate the center, and draw a circle of 50 diameter. Okay, so here I have the 3 circles now in place. So again, I'm going to draw another circle of 10 diameter, and I have 6 of those circles around here. So click on the circle command again, and draw a circle at the current point of this, and enter 10. Okay. Now, since I have 6 of these holes, what I'll do here is to use the polar array command to array this circle around the periphery of this very circle. So come over to the modify panel, click on this arrow and choose polar array. Then click on this circle and locate the center of these circles. Now I have 6 circles, so right click and enter. Alright, so I can now delete this circle. Click on this and delete it. So again, draw another circle of 25 diameter. So click on the circle command again, locate the center, and draw another circle of 25 diameter. Okay. So come to the view panel, click here and choose Southeast Isometric. Okay. Right, you can see that the thickness of this flange here is 15. So what I'll do here now is to use the press pull command and pull this out to a distance of 15. So come to the modeling panel, click on the press pull command, and click on this circle and pull out to a distance of 15. Okay, enter. So click on the press pull command again and pull out these 6 holes. Click right inside the circle and pull out. Click inside this, pull it out. Click right inside the circle. And click out. Okay, now again, click on this circle and also pull it out. Okay. Okay, so let's see how that looks like on shade of gray. So come to the view panel, click here and click on shade of gray. Okay, so you can also see that the distance from this base, this portion is 45. Okay, so this is 45. So what I'll do here is to also use a press pull command and pull this face out to a distance of 45. So click on the press pull command again and click right here and pull out to a distance of 45 and exit this command. Okay, so now I'll have to start to create the second flange, which is this. And you can see that I have 2 holes on this flange, this, and the diameter is 12, and the center distance 100 units. So what I'll do is to draw a line, a vertical line downwards of 100 units. Okay. Now draw a circle of diameter 12 at the ends of this line. So come to the draw panel, click here and choose center diameter. Click here and draw a circle of diameter 12. Repeat circle. Click at this point again and draw another circle of 12 units. Again, I'm going to draw yet another circle. This time the diameter is 30. So click on the circle command again, choose center diameter. Click at this center and draw a circle of 30 units. So click on the circle command again. Click here and enter 30. Okay. So I'm going to draw 2 more circles, one of radius 18 and another of radius 30. So click on the circle command again, click here and choose center radius this time. Now locate the center of this line and draw a circle of radius 18 and draw another circle of radius 30. Enter 30. Okay. So next I will draw a line to connect these 2 circles, and the line has to be tangential to this circle and this. So what I'll do here is to click on the line command. Now hold down the control key, right click and choose tangent. Click on this circle, hold down the control key again, right click and choose tangent, and click on the second circle. Okay, so repeat same here. Click on the line command, hold down the control key, right click and choose tangent, click on this circle, hold down the Control key, right click and choose tangent, and click on this circle. Okay. Do the same for this. Click on the line command, hold down the Control key, right click and choose tangent. Click on the circle. Again, hold down the Control key, right click and choose tangent. Click on the circle. Okay. Click on line command again, hold down the Control key, right click, choose tangent. Click on the circle. Hold down the Control key, right click on tangent, and click on this circle. Okay. So now I can now remove this line. Delete this. Right. Now use the trim command to trim out some portions here. So click on the trim command and trim out this. Also trim out this. Okay. So you can see that the thickness of this flange here is 15. So what I'll do is to click on the press hook command, click in here and pull out to a distance of 15 and exit this command. Alright. Okay, so I will now move this over here. So click on the move command, click on this. Now pick it from the center, and drop it at the center of this. Okay. Can clean out this. Alright. Okay, so next I will do now is to use the union command to join this and this. So come over to the solid editing panel and click on union command. Then click on this and this. Alright. Create this ball here. You can see that the depth here is 30. So what I'll do here is to first extract the edges of this very flange. So come to the solid subtract panel, click on extract edges, and click on this. Okay, so now use the press hook command to pull this down to a distance of 30. So click on the press hook command, click on this circle, and pull down to a distance of 30. Okay, and exit. So that is done. So now click on solid subtract, click on this, then subtract this. Okay, so you can see that that depth has been achieved. You can move the whole of this aside and remove construction lines. Okay, so you can see that that has been done. So next I'll have to cut this portion out. So I'll do that using the rectangle command. So click on the rectangle command in the drop panel. Now locate the center of this circle and draw a rectangle. This side should be alright. So click on the press hook command and click on the rectangle and pull it back to a distance of 60. Okay, enter. So now use the solid subtract command to subtract this from this. So click on solid subtract, click on this, enter, then subtract this. Okay, so that has been cut out now. So I remove this rectangle. Okay. So I will switch to full window now. Okay, so here is the object. So thank you for watching, and please do subscribe for more of my tutorials.